it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Better not from this life, live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad.
What's going on? What's going on? It's the CC show. Glad to have y'all here another night. And glad that y'all came and are able to watch and support us. We appreciate all the constant support for these lives. Without further ado, I would like to introduce the queen of storytelling, Miss Cecilia Robinson, aka CC. How are you doing, CC?
I'm fine, and you, Black? How you feeling?
I'm doing real well. What's your week been like?
Woo, this been a long week. It's been a long week. We didn't release a video yesterday, but it'll be Tuesday.
Yeah, for those that didn't get the video, we didn't get a chance to release a video on Saturday because we had to go back and change some stuff because of YouTube ramifications. The video was a little bit too raw, so we may have to make some adjustments, and YouTube is kind of holding up the process. But once that process gets done, y'all will have this video, and this is a video that I know that y'all are gonna be real interested in. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about some things. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna really pique your interest. I'm gonna just say this: it will be a male guard and female inmate dynamic in there. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to miss that video. That video will be coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was too raw for TV, too raw for YouTube. So we had to make some adjustments to it, but it's coming real soon. You know what I'm saying? CC, what kind of feedback you been getting off of your videos this week? You had a lot of this week was a lot of different as far as drugs, dealing with drugs, heavy in the jail system, female drug use, some of the things that you were talking about. I could tell that a lot of people hadn't heard of and hadn't ever experienced and hadn't seen. You talked about the drug crocodile. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of people like misconstruing that as meth. Some people didn't even know what you were even talking about when you were using. Yeah, they didn't even know what you were talking about when you said the crocodile lady. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's a lot of things that I'm gonna have you enlighten us on today. But first, I want to definitely thank everybody in the audience that's coming through, and we appreciate y'all so much again. And we're gonna get to some of these questions that people are asking you. One of the ladies, and if y'all don't know how this works, let me back up a little bit. Well, how this works is every week we issue a post in the community settings if you're subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, you need to subscribe and let everybody else know, subscribe to the channel. We release a community post, or CC does, where she asks you to ask questions in accordance to the stories that y'all heard. Some of the things that y'all might have heard in the stories or something like that, y'all might have not necessarily got a full grasp on or didn't understand. It's a chance for you to go into that post and ask the question in accordance to any story that she's released in the past, and CC will answer them every week. So that's what that community post is about. When she has the live emblem on there and employing y'all to ask the questions, and I'll ask questions from here as well as questions that people send through on the super chat. We'll ask all of that here in the live and get all of that situated. And I want to say again, thank y'all for y'all constant support to this channel. Shout out to the brother Mr. Mont though, coming through, and he's just showing you love, CC.
Hey, Mr. Mont.
Salute to the brother Mr. Mont. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for coming through and showing love, brother. Look, CC, the first question that you got asked in this week's platform is the forum was, how are your kids doing? The story about them was heartbreaking, sending them peace and love.
I talked about my kids on last week live, but my kids are wonderful. They have their own cribs, children, jobs. They grown. I mean, my children are wonderful. I just got through looking at these high-ass plane tickets so I can go out there to my grandbaby birthday party. Before I get finished this, hey y'all, hey y'all, what's good, y'all? I had to speak person. Hey y'all. Yeah, my kids are wonderful. My grandkids, everybody's healthy, doing good, like no hang-ups, no legal troubles, no shit like that. They prosperous women. They doing their shit. They'll be sliding through here in a few minutes.
Oh, the kids are coming through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to see if this is a question. Coco says, told you that the lady that was going to rise on a legit side. What is for you? No one can take from that life changing was meant for you. If someone told you, oh, okay, no, that's not a question. I was trying to see if that was a question. Let me see.
Oh, it's the gas prices.
The brother turned cold. He says, this might seem like a crazy question, but I don't recall you ever hearing you say you cried. How did you grieve having to give up your children? If you needed to cry or get emotional, when did you do it? How did you lose your parents? And at what age? Well, first of all, did you ever cry when you were going through this situation?
No. I mean, when I turned myself in, I was ready to go to jail. You can't be ready to do something and then regret it. No, shit, I need to get that over with. I didn't cry. I didn't cry up in there. When I signed on papers, I didn't cry. I was irritated. You know what I'm saying? I was irritated at the whole process, but I didn't cry. What am I crying for? I put myself in that position. Did nobody else put me in that position? Even though the chick told on me, I put myself in that position.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that because you hear a lot of men say, they cry in the dark when the lights is out, you know what I'm saying? And they feel a certain kind of way. So let me ask you this. When it all hit you, when everything started to snowball up and you knew that everything was over, did you have any kind of emotional reaction towards that situation?
As far as me going to jail, no, not at all. Like, the only emotional time I had when I was out was when I seen my daughter, when I seen Mimi, my baby girl, crying about, you know what I'm saying, who gonna take care of them. And I was like, man, fuck that. I ain't turning myself in. That's the only time I like felt anything. But I knew I had to go through that process. When it's just like dealing with death. In my head, if I know somebody is dying, you know what I'm saying? If I know somebody is dying, I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. I know I'm not afraid of death. That's one of those things. But it just is what it is.
You're a real fearless individual, CC. You know what I'm saying? You said some stuff that made you that was very telling. One of the things that made you very successful when you were going in the banks and doing what you was doing is that you had no fear. I want you to speak to that because I don't think people really understand that, because it takes a lot of courage to go into a bank knowing that you faking, showing your face, looking at these people, talking at these people, and doing like you say you do, a dry robbing these banks, dry robbing these people, which you're doing a robbery. They can lock the door at any given time. That they could call the police and your life will be right. You caught red-handed. Once you in there, you caught red-handed. What was where does that come from? Where does that type of courage come from? And when did you realize that you could do that?
Being on the streets, like being in the streets. I've had a very colorful life. So look, I always say this. A lot of people say, you strong, you so strong. I couldn't go through the things you went through and make it this and listen, you don't know what you can do until you have to do it. I did what I did what I had to do, and I did what I wanted to do. So it didn't scare me because I knew what I was going into. It's a lot of people that's afraid of the dark. But it's like, in order for you to get through the dark, in order for you to get to the light, you got to go through the dark. I know it's going to be some light over there, so I'm going to walk through the dark, if that makes sense. It's like whatever is in that dark, I'm going to have to deal with it, but I'm going to the light. You're not going to stop me. Hey, 7-8.
Salute to the brother, my homeboy 7A Sports TV. Salute to the brother 7A Sports TV in the building. And shout out to my brother Brent Fox. He said, genuinely happy to see you doing well. I hope to see you in June. Hashtag supporting CC.
Hey, Brent.
Yeah, you're gonna see her in June. She will be at the event in June. So you will definitely see her out there. But I mean, but going back to that, I know that's a real tough question, but I mean, not tough question, but I do need to know, when did you, because it's a difference. Okay, it's different activities in the streets. You got drug dealers, you got robbers, you got you got all kind of different aspects of criminal. A drug dealer is a salesman, you know what I'm saying? They out there selling, they out there hustling. They really view their situation as a business. Going into a bank and doing something like that, that's different. And my question to you is just like, when you saw the situation, when you saw it, like, okay, this is the hustle, this is the game. When somebody turned you on to it, what was it like when you was like, oh, this shit, I could do this shit. This is that. When did that explain that moment to me? Because like I said, that is not, you can really get caught red-handed in that shit. And like, what I mean red-handed, somebody could actually physically lock you in and keep you there.
Look, man, I got stories about that too. But look, it's like, I like taking shit. You know what I'm saying? I just like taking shit. It is what it is. I like taking shit. And going in banks, for me, I don't know how everybody else feel. I'm not telling y'all to do this or whatever, but that shit is easier than standing on a fucking block with a pack, or me having bricks in my house, worried about motherfuckers coming in my house or pounds in my house, people coming in the house. I'm making my money. Don't nobody know what I'm doing. And I'm going on about my fucking business. You know, and to me, in my head, it's a more profitable hustle, and it's an easier hustle. Because when I come to you and say, hey, give me $2,500 off this card, or I know the rules of the bank. So anything over $2,500, they're gonna ask for a manager. You know what I'm saying? So give me $2,400 to $2,500. If I got the signature down pat, then cool. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? And let me get another $25 off this card. That's $5,000 in fucking 4 minutes. The whole process takes 4 minutes. You're gonna give me my money. I'm gonna go out to the car, and I'm going on about my business. It's like, I don't gotta work. Don't nobody know what I'm doing. As far as these tellers know, I am who that card say I am. I got an ID to match that say I am that person. I ain't got to worry about nobody robbing me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about nobody sticking me up. And I had the perfect cover. I had an artist, and I had a publishing deal. I was casted for a reality show. I was a star in everybody's eyes. But behind the scenes, I'm dry robbing banks.
But when did you the first time you did it, when you know that it was up? It was up. When did it do?
When I made that $42,000.
The first day?
That first day. That first day. What happened was, I was supposed to be, it's a couple of things you could do with this. You know, you got certain chicks that go into stores. The only thing they do from 9 to 5 or 9 to 8, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. is shop. So they go in different high-end stores to get purses, shoes, clothes. They fill orders, shit like that. But when my folks seen me, he's like, no, I got something else for you. You know what I'm saying? I got something else for you. And it was the going inside the banks. The way I dressed, everything. I look like I come from money. I look like I got money. You know, when you dirty as fuck walking into a bank, motherfuckers gonna look at you crazy, especially if you ain't got no work clothes. But you G'd up from the head to the toes, motherfuckers ain't got, you don't have no business denying me or what I'm asking for. And people, look, I say this all the time. When you look good, you feel good, and people treat you good. When you look fucked up, you're going to feel fucked up, and people going to treat you fucked up. Somebody say it. You see that?
Yeah.
Now I'm sitting in jail cell right now.
Yeah. A lot of people think that you still locked up, but Cece, you free. She's free now.
I've been home almost 4 years in May.
So I mean, but back to these questions, because this is a trip, and I want to tell y'all something. I don't know if a lot of people don't really understand the code. The streets have different like I ain't gonna even say codes. It's just like different hustles. And one of the aspects that always bumps heads are the quote unquote bank robbers, which are people that do white collar crimes, and drug dealers. And a lot of people don't know that drug dealers really don't like scammers.
Not at all.
They hate them. Drug dealers feel like they actually worked for their money. It's a really crazy situation. I know a lot of people don't know this, and this is something that I'm gonna share with y'all. Drug dealers do not like scammers because drug dealers really feel like they working, which they are. They work in a legitimate business. They feel like I got product, I have customers, I'm selling, I have a business.
So did I.
But but drug dealers feel like you are stealing money. You stealing money. You know, I've heard several times, you know, a drug dealer tell a scam, get your bank robbing ass out of my motherfucking face. You know,
but you're mad though. You're mad. Y'all mad. Check this out. I done been in everything from the drug dealing to the banks. I've done it all. You know what I'm saying? I've done it all. I like to hustle. It's something in me that makes me like to hustle. I like it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And when I'm in it, I'm the best at it. I'm like Jordan when I do this shit. Well, I'm not doing anything right now, but I'm just saying I'm good at whatever I put my man to. I'm good at it. Now, here's the thing. Drug dealers often confuse themselves with motherfuckers. They want to shoot up every fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to fight over fucking turf. But all y'all motherfuckers will die on that turf or y'all gonna go to jail on that turf. Y'all don't own none of that shit. I went over here and got my money this way. You chose that way. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I want to work smart, not hard. I want to work fucking smart, not hard. Don't get mad at me because I chose this route and I got more paper than you and I started in less. Man, all have been doing this shit a fraction of time. You've been doing this shit forever. And you finally graduated from an 8. You know what I'm saying? An ounce. You finally got a kid. Come on, man. Get the fuck out. Don't get mad at me because you chose your hustle. It's just like a motherfucker who work at McDonald's getting mad at you because they filled out the application and got hired. The fuck is you mad at me for? You filled out that application. We got the same 24 in the day. I chose to do this with mine, and it was more profitable. Shit, I'll teach you the game. Come over here.
You know, and it's funny. It's funny when you talk to people that have not been in the game, you know, like been in these types of games, because a lot of people don't know the amount of work that actually goes into being a drug dealer.
It's
like
horrible.
to be a successful drug dealer. It's not easy. You know what I'm saying? It takes a long time to become successful and to have a lot of money, and you taking a lot of chances. And most people don't make it through the chances, getting robbed, getting shot. And so those guys that do sell drugs, that have made it to a higher level of being a drug dealer, they respect the game a lot more than people that don't. And so like I said, I seen a lot of them get into arguments and disagreements with people that scam. You know, scamming is instant gratification. It's instant money. Like CC said, you can go in the bank and walk out in 4 minutes with $5,000. You can go to the store and shop all day and people can buy stuff from you. You know what I'm saying? And you have all this stuff. And it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? And so, but that's something that nobody really talks about outside of the game. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, where these people meet up at is going to be very like seedy places. You know, people don't understand. Pimps all hang together, you know, because pimps talk so much shit. They can only be together. You know what I'm saying? And maybe the only place that you'll catch all of these people from the game is probably like the strip club or some shit like that, or maybe a club or something like that, and you'll catch them all together. But all these different genres of hustles, they have their own little codes and ethics and snobism and all kind of shit. And so, and I want to go back to that, considering that you've done both, sister. You've done both aspects of that game. Which one would you say is the most respectable, and which one do you prefer ultimately?
Bank robbing.
Bank robbing. Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing. Nobody knew what I did. Wait. Hey, daughter. Nobody knew what I did. You know what I'm saying? Only thing they did was see me and my kids And my folks, we live good. When you a drug dealers have an image to uphold. This, that, and the third. Motherfuckers throwing them in trunks. Motherfuckers bodying them. They kidnapping their whole family. This, that, and the third. They always on the radar. You know what I'm saying? They always on the fucking radar. It's a food chain. I'm not on your food chain unless you just know. If you know, you know. You know, I would rather do what I did any fucking day. You know what I'm saying? High reward, low risk versus high risk, low reward. Check this out. You selling drugs, you get booked, you still doing time. I did what the fuck I did. I'm out living life.
Shout out to the queen.
Still making money. You know what I'm saying? Still looking good. Rolexes and all that other shit. Come on, man. It's like
shout out to the queen, Carla Jenkins. She said, and we're gonna get to the one-armed bandit, but she asked, did the one-armed bandit ever get beat up in jail?
No, that bitch got out.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it a little more on down the line if people don't know what they talking about. And shout out to my brother, Marcus. Shout out to my brother Marcus. He said, "Hey, Black and Queen CC." He said, "Your stories have made me a better father to my daughter. You just never know how your decisions will affect them. Salute, Queen. Keep telling your truth." All right.
Thank you. Salute to you, Marcus. You see Nana
in here. Salute to Nana.
She's talking about, I'd rather did what you did, Sonaria. I'd rather you did what you did too. I was living life. Now I'm working like everybody else.
Oh, your daughter's in the building. Salute to Nana in the building. Salute. And shout out to my brother Code 10. He said, salute CC, stay on the grind. He said, I'm catching up on the videos. You keep it entertaining.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all make sure if y'all haven't caught up on all the videos, make sure y'all catch up because she does all the videos in chronological order, and this is a story. This is like a movie. She starts from turning herself in, going on the run, bonding out, the whole aspect, why she got caught. It all sets up the premise for these stories and stuff like that, and they all done in order, so you don't want to miss that situation, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to miss, catching up. So catch up on all her videos, you know what I'm saying? The brother also has turncoat. He said if you needed to cry or I read that. He said, how did you lose your parents and at what age?
I lost my dad to cancer when I was 13, and I lost my mom. I lost my mom and my brother in the same year, 2011. I lost my mom and my brother 8 months apart. It left me.
Look, this question is, you've answered this question, but you got to answer it again because they keep asking. The sister Riri, yeah, that's me, says, oh wait, she said, I do have a question. Did you and Fat Boy ever have a thing or like one another on the low? I love y'all's bond.
Me and Fat Boy, we are friends. That's I know that's right doing. Me and Fat Boy are friends. We are good friends. Still to this day, we are good friends. You know what I'm saying? Good friends. I ain't never fucked with him. Never looked at him like that. He never looked. Listen, Fat Boy, me and Fat Boy will be cool all day and be arguing. That's just me and Fat Boy. We've never been Nah, Fat Boy is like my fat ass cousin. I'm like his ugly ass cousin. That's just how we are.
Shout out to Nine Summers. Nine Summers says your picture is beautiful as always. CC, question: were there any COs in any of your bids sneaking in contraband? Yeah, and he also shouts out Banky Pound. And he says you should do a video with Banky Pound. And he say Florida always got your back. So Banky Pound is, I think he has a channel just like yours. Well, not like yours, but he has a male version. But you got some love from some of these other guys. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the brother 16 to life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
always showing love. Yeah. We haven't. I don't think I showed CC Banky Pound yet. I don't think she's had a chance to watch him, but we definitely know 16 to life. Salute to that brother. But he asked, was CO sneaking in contraband?
Yeah.
Don't go too hard. Don't go too hard. Because people, let me tell y'all something. At this point, a lot of these people are watching these things, and a lot of these people still work at these facilities and stuff like that. So we ain't gonna go too hard on like actually like all that other type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But because CC's gonna go through quite a few jails and prisons, and that's all coming up. But she said, but to answer in short, yeah, COs was smuggling stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Just Terra, as she said, much love, and whatever happened to the snitch?
She's watching. Bitch watching. Oh, she watching. Like, you don't have no choice. She around.
Oh shit. And also Eddie Johnson says, wow, CC, you should be a model. You know, have you ever thought about modeling, or did you do it in the past?
No, I just been fortunate enough to look decent. I did my own form of modeling. You know, I sold 1,000 calendars last year. I did these semi-nude calendars that I did last year. And shit, my Instagram be turned.
Look, let's move into a little bit more of what we came here to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Which was like the drug trade in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just threw something up. I did model. I forgot when I first when I first popped on the scene, I had a modeling contract for Alizé. I was the face of Alizé, not Hennessy, girl. Face of Alizé in Chicago.
So like, listen. So you was the face of Alizé in Chicago, and what was that like? What was that like? You was actually like a physical model.
Yeah. Like, I don't put on makeup and everything when I come on here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a real woman. I'm a real woman. Every day I put on a fucking makeup, and niggas who is attracted to bitches who wear makeup every day, y'all like trannies. Y'all like transgenders. That's what the fuck y'all like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm naturally me. But when I get together, I'm together, you know. But it was short-lived. I had a hater. Motherfuckers got jealous and fucked my face up.
Well, it look like it healed. It don't look like
it heals great.
Yeah, it don't look like it's fucked up anymore, as you should say. Anthony Smith, are you coming out with another calendar?
Yeah, later on.
Yeah. Listen, he had a lot of conversations in these videos here recently about the actual drug trade in prison, you know what I'm saying, and how it actually affected a lot of these women, you know what I'm saying. And like I was saying at the beginning of the show, you know what I'm saying, you brought up, you spoke on a lady called the crocodile lady, you know what I'm saying. And like I said, what for those people that don't know, a lot of people are asking, like, we're saying like, oh well, crocodile is they thought you were referring to her skin. They thought that, you know, you was talking about myth and stuff like that. And it's not in all parts of the country. This just probably is in that part of the country a lot, because a lot of people didn't know. But explain the concept of the crocodile lady, and what is the crocodile lady?
The crocodile lady is what I gave her because she had taken this drug called crocodile. If y'all haven't looked it up already, it was a Russian drug, something like meth, but it's not meth. And it's a flesh eating drug. So it gets you high, but it eats your flesh off. So I call a girl crocodile lady because she had crocodile. She had shot up in her hands, and it had started eating her flesh. So they had to change her bandages 3 times a day. the shit was leaking, pussy. I mean, just disgusting. And the little pictures that's on the video didn't do it justice, because she had big gaping holes in her hands where she shot up at. And it was a lot of people that was dying off of this drug. So her stupid ass didn't know. Her being caught with that fucking bag of shoes is what saved her life. Because I'm pretty sure, wait, when we was downstairs in that bullpen, when she was talking to her other crackhead groupies, the bitch was up there talking, they was asking her about her hand. That's how I found out what she had, you know. They were asking her about her hand, and somebody asked her, shit, you gonna use some more? She said, I can't wait to get out to get some more. So the bitch probably dead by now.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. Like, what was the most common drug? We still on jail. What was the most common drug in jail? From the outside, not necessarily the things that you were saying that you can get on the inside. What was the common drug that everybody was seeming to get on the inside?
K2. K2 was one of the most common things in crack or coke. They're smuggled in heroin. They'll females stuff it in a vagina. You know what I'm saying? But you can't leave it in your vagina too long, for the simple fact it'll melt because your body heat. Girl. No person I yeah. What? Never mind.
Shout out to the brother let me see what it is. Macadocious, Mac of the South. He said, from Trill to the Madam Queen CC show. He said, I support what y'all do. Black and CC, much love to y'all. Hashtag LDBC, 1,000,000 strong. Salute to you.
Salute
brother.
to you.
Salute. Yeah. And so you see all of these women using drugs and stuff like that around you. Let me ask you this, and this is something that I really, because you say it's so much drug usage in these jail facilities and stuff like that, and you were describing these like the girl Amy, you know, the one that's getting beat up and shit left and right. She's got beat up in 2 stories already, and in one of these stories she's selling drugs for one of these other drug dealers.
Fucking flunky.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. You said it flunky, right? So, did you ever see girls that came in that weren't necessarily drug addicts get turned into drug addicts in jail?
I personally, if you was a fucking drug addict on the street, you was a drug addict in jail. You don't just come to jail and start getting high. You cannot be that fucking timid to just come in and say, well, just give me some of that. Nah. Me personally, I have never seen that. Everybody that was getting high in jail, them motherfuckers were getting high on the street. You can't tell me nothing else. I seen the condition them motherfuckers came in. So it's like, no. And it's even like people, even if they did say perks on the streets, you know what I'm saying? And they just did it recreational. If they coming in there, a lot of people try to get those meds to try to numb what's going on. I don't want to witness it all. Don't give me shit to put me out of my mind. That's why I don't do nothing on the street. I need to function. How do you function like that? You know, I can't do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, the reason why I asked that because, well, let me ask you in another way. Do you think, was there anybody that came in on a mild drug that maybe left on a hard drug? You know, maybe came in popping pills, left hooked on meth, left hooked on crack. You know what I'm saying? Left hooked on coke. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no. No. If they came in on some mild drugs, they probably left off the pills. Look, if you come in there on mild drugs, that means you got some type of behavior thing, because you're gonna withdraw some type of way. So what they do is they put you on a heavier dose while you up in there to control you. And a lot of times that shit put you out of your man. Now you could get hooked on shit that way. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, I've seen a few people that came up in there that was used to doing mild drugs on the street. And when they found out that they can get heavier drugs up in there, they'll tell them, you know, because they ask you what kind of drugs you take. You know, they'll ask you what kind of drugs you take. So they'll be like, oh, I take this and I take this and I take this. And they'll just keep doping you up. One of the best things the jails have going for them is doping you the fuck up. So you don't have, so they can control you.
So I mean, that's where a lot of people is got confused at on that part of your video. You know that they was doping you up. Like I'm familiar with a lot of the things like like heroin. You know what I'm saying? They'll give you methadone. They have the methadone and stuff like that to so you can dose out. But a lot of people don't understand that when people go to jail, they don't just get cold turkey, especially in this era where medication is probably the biggest drug used in the country. So what you're saying is that if you in there off of Vicodin or some shit like that, and you're possibly going through withdrawals and stuff like that, that the jail will medicate you with a synthetic drug or something to alternate that and keep people high still.
Yes. And another thing they do is people, yes, absolutely, yes. Another thing they do is people that's hard addicts on the street, they offer them this drug that won't allow them to get high. So a lot of these chicks, check this out, a lot of these chicks, when they are released from jail, they overdose when they get outside because they have been taking this drug that prevents them from getting high. So they keep shooting up, keep trying to snort, keep doing whatever, and they end up overdosing because they can't feel nothing.
When you say they can't feel nothing, what do you mean? Like
they give them a drug, I don't know the name of it, but it's an anti-drug that fights off like meth or heroin and stuff like that. So if you shooting it up and you done took this drug, you can't feel it. It makes you numb to it. So a lot of people, they want to feel that high, so they keep taking it, which causes them to OD.
Yeah, so how drugs work, from my understanding, is like it causes your body has receptors and stuff like that, and your body releases serotonin, and when you use drugs, it increases the amount of serotonin that goes to your receptors and stuff like that, and you eventually wind up your receptors and stuff wind up being faulty, and you become numb to the drug. What you're saying is this completely shuts down your ability to receive any type of serotonin or any type of healing, and it just makes you numb to everything.
Yeah,
so you just like a zombie.
Yep. And so people, when they are released, like they don't crave the drug or whatever while they up in there, but when they release, 9 times out of 10, if you're an addict, when you are released, the first thing you want to do is go get high, especially if you really ain't serious about changing your life or whatever. So when they go out there and the first hit they get, you know what I'm saying, it's not doing nothing. So they're searching for that high, so they're gonna keep taking more than what their body can handle, and they OD.
The people are saying like Suboxone. You know what I'm saying? Is that one of the things that you're talking about?
I don't know. I don't even know what Suboxone is for. Suboxone is one of those things that dissolve in your mouth, though, that they still will spit.
Okay, here it is. It says Suboxone is a prescription medication used in treating those addicted to opioids, illegal or prescription. It contains the ingredients something, a partial opioid and agonist, blocks the opiate receptors and reduces a person's urges. So that's the actual drug that you're talking about. It blocks that's what we was just talking about. So that's what Suboxone is. You know what I'm saying?
But it makes them high. It's like another drug. Because listen, Suboxone, remember I said the chicks, they were spitting in the cups selling this? It's Suboxone. They sell this shit. Suboxone is the most sought out drug up in there. Another thing, they stopped us from getting letters and shit while we was up in there because you could spray this shit on the letters and everything. My poor little baby, she kept writing me this one little funky letter for months. And so they finally said fucking and gave it to me because they thought it was coated with Suboxone because it had stains and stuff on there. So you couldn't get nothing in there with a perfume smell on there, none of that. But Suboxone is one of the highest sold drugs up in there. Seroquel, which are like sleep medicines, quolidipines, it puts you out of your mind. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think they was selling a Suboxone because like just dealing with heroin addicts and stuff like that, people that's addicted to opioids, when they don't get opioids, they have pain. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People that are going through withdrawals of opioids have a lot of pain. Like, and if you can find a way to block them receptors or you can block that pain, I think that helps them feel better. So that's probably why they would actually do that. You know what I'm saying? I had no idea that. I didn't know nothing about Suboxone. I just knew about drugs. You know, I knew what drugs do to people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of new to a lot of this new stuff that all these people are using. People are addicted to so many different things, and that's why I feel like this situation was necessary, because a lot of people, when they see relatives that go to jail, a lot of relatives are happy that people are going to jail because they feel like they're gonna get their life together. They feel like they're gonna get clean. They feel like they're gonna they're gonna be better. You know, somebody in there watching them all the time, and they feel like that's the place for them. Your stories are the antithesis of that. It's like you shining light to where like you like, damn, they in there getting high, drinking spit, you know what I'm saying, doing all kind of weird ass shit to get high, you know. And I mean, like that blew my mind. I'm not gonna lie. When you said that they was spitting in a cup and the girls was drinking it to get high, that shit blew me back. What was your reaction like the first time you saw that in jail, that was a thing?
You bitches are nasty. And you know, I don't know how to shut up. So if it's on my heart, I gotta tell you, you bitches are nasty. Y'all disgusting. Like, get the fuck away from me, spit breath. Like anything. Like, y'all nasty as fuck. Like, stay away from me. Like, they really stayed away from me. They were nasty.
Well, was that the first? And shout out to my brother ILG Jones in the building. Salute to you, brother. Much love. He said salute, Black and CC. Salute to you too. Thank you so much for coming through. I mean, was that the most like people having fights? Like let's get to was in the female prison. Is the main instigator of violence? Is it drugs?
No.
Or is it relationships?
Oh, it's relationships, baby. Oh, it's relationships. Listen, relationships start racial riots. relationships. Don't talk to my bitch. None of this. It's like, get the fuck out of my face. Like, oh, get the fuck out of my face talking about a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You're a bitch. You are a bitch trying to be a nigga, and you talking about a bitch. I will take her and whoop your ass with. Like, get the fuck out of my face.
So you first of all, it's a couple of things you just said in there. So you said that women cause, even amongst women cause more fights, relationships, or have more fights for relationships than they drug addictions.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
You gotta understand. Look, it's not hard to break a dude down because he's always searching. He think with his head a lot of the times. But these bitches always thinking with their heart, their emotions, they get their period, all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We are emotional fucking creatures. So these bitches can't control nothing. So they get with somebody and they, look, I haven't seen a jail relationship last yet. You get with these motherfuckers and swear up and down, you're my soulmate. You know, I can't live without you. Bitch, put out the cell. All type of goofy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't think you understand.
I don't.
Listen, you have a bitch in a full-fledged relationship on one pod. She transferred to another pod, and that same fucking night, imagine, we done heard about this bitch getting ready to marry the chick who she just transferred from, and that same fucking night, she get caught fucking another bitch on a different pod. So it's like, come on, man. No. Bitches are loyal only in your fucking face. And women are way worse than dudes. I just got to be honest. You know what I'm saying? They're territorial. Every woman wants the same shit from another one. We all want to be hugged. We all want to be emotional. But what I can't stand is these tough ass bitches, the studs, the dykes. You bleed just like me. You know what I'm saying? You're emotional just like me, but you want me to respect you as a nigga. Bitch, if you don't get out of my face and have a seat, I just can't. I can't. They argue over, why are you talking to her? Bitch, that's my Sally. You know what I'm saying? Or they argue over, bitches get mad at other bitches when they call their baby daddies at home to check on the kids. Why you calling that nigga? Or these bitches open their mouth and really think that they supposed to have a say-so how you interact with your fucking family. Bitch, if you don't have a, call your mama. See how the fuck she doing, bitch. Don't worry about who number I dial over here, you know? Or don't sit with them, or just, I can't wait to get to these stories. Because I have not even got to none of the good shit. None of the good shit.
Wow. Well, so like you say a couple of things in these particular things. You was talking about in one of those videos where, you know, the dildo thing and the girls and stuff like that. And that was those was very interesting. Those was very interesting situations with me. Like, what is it like? You talked about the girl that told on you, right? You talked about her, right? And it was a part where you said that she was getting tossed up in the cell. You know what I'm saying? How is promiscuity actually taken, like, in jail? Like when I mean that whole situation blew my mind. Like, you know, oh, she's a hoe. Like, okay, well, it's a bunch of women's in there and shit like that. I mean, how do women take women that are promiscuous amongst other women? How is that whole thing perceived, and what are you looked at, and how does that like okay, like say like a bunch of once a bunch of dudes find out a girl is a hoe is a hoe, whatever the case may be, they don't take her serious or whatever the case may be. How is that situation in prison though, amongst women?
The same exact way. Listen, females, why these bitches try to act all goody two shoes, females are sexual deviants. It is what it is. So if you giving up pussy and these bitches like pussy, or they just want to do some shit, or they ain't had none in so long and they just want to get that off, if you gonna do it, they're gonna allow you to do it. I mean, if you're gonna allow them to do it, they're gonna do it. They the same way. And it's so much easier for female. You're not gonna hear no dude get on here and talk about how he fucking in jail. You know what I'm saying? Even though we know it happens, we're not gonna hear that. But females, a lot of them, look, a lot of these chicks be gay for the stay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them, like me, I was like a kid in the candy store. It's like, I can fuck with you if I choose to. I mean, it's an ego boost. A hoe, exactly. A hoe is a hoe. You know what I'm saying? A hoe is a hoe. A hoe is a fucking hoe, and she was a hoe. When she was in there being hoed out, she was a whore.
You ever seen somebody in a relationship? Okay, like you saying, like, okay, like a dude, like, you know, if you okay, it's like, say you might see a dude that in the jail he was fucking with boys, but when he out here, he got a whole family. He got a whole family and living a righteous life and shit like that. In your mind, you like, this dude was on boys when you was locked up. So have you ever seen a woman like that?
Yeah. Listen, when I was telling you about the bitch.
Now be careful now. Be careful.
I'm not gonna say no name. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when I was like her, she come up in there, she talking to me like she the hardest nigga in the whole wide world. All the time I see a fucking picture of her and she dark as dirt with a fucking wig on. She out there selling pussy. These bitches, a lot of these chicks, when they get to jail, I'm not gonna say a lot, but enough of these bitches, when they get to jail, they start taking on this tougher persona, because you got to realize a lot of these bitches don't feel comfortable without makeup on. They don't feel comfortable without their weave. You know what I'm saying? That shit defines them. These bitches can't look in the mirror at themselves without a disguise. You know, when they put on a disguise, they put on that war paint, they ready for any fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? And you got niggas who boost that shit up. Once again, them niggas are gay. But these bitches, when they get up in there and they strip down to their bare necessities, they take on, and you really see how they fucking look like men. You know what I'm saying? They take on this tough ass persona and they become boys up in there. You know, they become boys. They the dominant force. Like me, I'm not a dyke, but bitch, you're not gonna bully me. You know what I'm saying? I'm bisexual. You're not gonna bully me, and ain't no bitch running me. My mama fucking dead. Ain't no bitch running me. So I will be considered an aggressor. But I'm a girl. You know what I'm saying? I have to tell these bitch, I'm a bitch. I like dick. You know what I'm saying? I made like, gee, when they release me with some motherfucking knee pads. I'm going to dick, not none of you hoes. It just is what it is. But these bitches, they put on this tough role. A lot of these people, when they go to jail, they get lost. You know, because they heard stories. You gotta go up and you gotta be all this other goofy ass shit. But when it comes down to it, you know what I'm saying? That man, you done been talking tough. But when it comes down to a motherfucker get ready to smack the fuck out you, to slob out your mouth, then you figure out who they really are. You're a bitch all alone, like I thought. I don't give a fuck how much your pants sag. I don't give a fuck how much you tape your titties down with these sports bras. I don't care how, you know what I'm saying, hard you walk, bitch, you bleed once a month. You a hoe. I bet you can suck some dick, especially if you got kids out here.
What's that like? What's that like when, like, okay, like you are very, very, very strong woman. You know what I'm saying? You got some big hands. You'll knock a bitch out. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you a girl. You know what I'm saying? What's that like in a relationship with somebody that you know that's actually acting like a man, and you know that you will like knock a motherfucking ass out at any given moment? You know,
you sometimes you gotta put hands and feet on a bitch. Sometimes you gotta put hands and feet on a bitch. Cause I'll be a listen. You know, tell the truth, shame the devil. I would be a motherfucking lie if I say I'm finna sit up here and be submissive to a bitch. You know what I'm saying? With you, the bitch, if you don't get out of my face, or you know, I haven't gotten to these stories yet, but they coming. But I wish the fuck I would. You do anything. I understand you won't. Listen, I had a girlfriend. And the bitch was the hardest nigga we know.
Don't get into the story. Don't get into the story. But I mean, I was very interested in that because I'm very interested to see. I mean, because I know you. I know how you are, and it just would behoove me to see you taking orders.
You and me both.
From like a little woman that's like a man. You know what I'm saying? Or trying to make you do something, and because I know you like to fight. I know you're extremely physical and. You know, you will fight. So I just was wondering how that well, let me just ask you this. So we are gonna see you in the relationship on down the line.
Yeah.
Okay. Now back to back to the situation at hand, you know what I'm saying? Back to the drug dealing and the drug trade in jail. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes ask me this. They do ask me this, and they want to know this from you. In male prison, a lot of the drama starts because of the drug trade, or now it's the cell phones and different things like that. Because, and not just the drug trade, but also like people want control of certain situations. You might want to be on 1 yard or something because you want to hide your knives right here. You might want to be you might feel like you know everybody that be on the rec yard, and you want to sell food out of the kitchen. You know, the kitchen is a strong position. So motherfuckers fight for them types of jobs and fight for them types of positions. Is there any territory amongst females, or do y'all just kind of go along with each other and don't do? And you said something that was very interesting. You said racial politics kick off behind women in jail.
Listen,
explain those situations to me.
Pittsburgh is one of the most racist cities I've ever been in my whole life. And you got to understand, you got white bitches up in there. It's the white bitches outnumber the black girls. You know what I'm saying? But in a sense, the black girl is gonna be the seller. You white bitches is gonna be the user, and that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? But they do little, you know, they play. They try to play with the COs, this, that, and the third. Well, the CO that I fuck with, the COs we fuck with, didn't fuck with them. And mind you, they white, so they used to accuse the CO. She up here, they used to accuse her of being racist against her own people. She said, "Nah." She said, "I just fuck with them because I ain't gotta watch these bitches because they getting high." You know what I'm saying? And it's like. They used to nitpick, do little shit, say little shit. I am not one of those people you can bully. And far as like having power up in there, I ran the kitchen on a pod. And that's crazy because that story was coming up. I ran the kitchen on a pod. So bitches would be like, "Man, you power tripping." No, bitch. Go have a seat. You can't get nothing out of here.
Yeah, the kitchen is a very powerful position. You know what I'm saying? My aunt did 27 years in prison, and that was like her main lick. You know what I'm saying? She, you know, so she was that was the girls would the girls would come out of the prisons and talk about that, because kitchen, you can control the food. Food is more powerful than drugs, because in prison, people losing weight, people don't want to eat out of the kitchen, people want to eat out their locker, they don't want to leave their cell and things like that. They want to be stocked up, and so food, if you got extra chicken, you got extra eggs, and you know all that type of shit. The kitchen is where the real power is. So motherfuckers is constantly trying to buy shit. You know what I'm saying? From the people that work in the kitchen.
Hot water, eggs, because eggs was something that you didn't get in jail. You know what I'm saying? Only the pregnant girls got eggs. So when the special trays and shit came up, I had the trays back there. I get everybody a tray. So motherfuckers come up, especially if they ain't getting commissary. If I fuck with you, I got you. If I don't fuck with you, get the fuck out of my face. Another thing at nighttime was I had the control of hot water. Nobody can go up in the kitchen but me and a few other people. Well, if they wasn't around, you know, can I get some hot water? No. If you miss your beat, you miss your beat. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not. In order to get hot water, because you can't drink the water up out the little sink thing, because the shit connected to the toilet. So in order to get hot water, I have to stop what I'm doing, go back up in the kitchen, really make this shit by hand. You know what I'm saying? Warming up and all this other shit while you over there playing and all this other goofy ass shit. 9 times out of 10, you don't fuck with me. You just trying to talk to me because you want something. But me, beat it, bitch. No.
I think people really don't understand that. Do y'all understand that she just said that she controlled the hot water? I think y'all need to wrap y'all mind around it. You know what I'm saying? And hot water could be sold. You understand what I'm saying? Hot water could be sold. Boiled eggs to a motherfucker that's working out is everything. You know what I'm saying? Chicken breast in jail. Like, these is high ticket items and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it depends on where you at. Like the brother's asking, did y'all have hot pots?
This is jail, not prison.
Yeah. We still on jail. We haven't got the prison. Everywhere that you go is different commodities. It's different things going on. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the prison, I ain't gonna even go into that, but it's just everywhere that jail, every jail has its different things. It's a prison that I know that they have a garden. They have a real where motherfuckers work the fields and gardens and shit like that. So a motherfucker that go out, they get to go outside. The dudes get to go outside to the garden. They can bring shit back. They can bring back vegetables and shit like that. And if somebody leaves something in the garden and they dig it up, they can bring that shit back too. They can also take shit out there and hide shit out there in the garden and shit like that when you're having shakedowns. So the dude that got that job in the garden, that dude is extremely powerful. Or that girl or that guy is extremely powerful. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes or what you call like some people call them porters, some people call them trustees or whatever you call them at different. These dudes get to move around the pods. Like CC says, in jail, she was a pod worker. You know what I'm saying?
I was a CO worker too.
She was a CO worker. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm gonna keep it all the way trill. A CO is going to use that person. They're gonna use that. They're gonna be their go-to person. If the CO got customers or people that they fucking with, you're not gonna get nothing from the CO. You're gonna get something from their worker. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get it from them. You know what I'm saying? So it's the politics in jail, prison, and all that type of stuff. But this was what makes this so interesting to me. I always wondered how that stuff works with girls, because men are very serious about territory, like very, very serious. Like they will stab you and kill you over some dumb shit. People don't really understand that a man will kill you, like stab you to death over some bullshit to gain control over something. You know what I'm saying?
You want to know what's funny? Y'all hey Papa, a lot of people don't know this. Like, I was the only chick up in there from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I was the only chick up in there from Chicago. I'm not with none of the stuff they with or whatever. So motherfuckers didn't understand this. Motherfuckers didn't, especially coming in getting the positions. my folks did not like me at first. Because they're like, who the fuck is this bitch? But then you got to look at me and you got to understand, I don't go with the rest of them. Oh, she's one of us. You know what I'm saying? I stand out like a sore thumb. And it's like, I'm not one of those. I'm not a flunky. I have to run everything that's around me. And so,
yeah,
them bitches did not like that.
Yeah, and I mean that goes back to what we was just saying. I mean, what I was just telling y'all is like, this is very interesting to me, and this go back to what we were saying earlier. Like when I say people will stab you over some stupid shit, like if hot water is the thing, the high commodity or some shit like that in jail, motherfucker stab you over some hot water.
Or throw that shit in your face.
No, you know, if they don't have, they ain't gonna throw it in your face. If they don't have, they gonna stab you if they don't got it. If they don't got it and they want to take it, they will take it by any, or they want control of it, or you don't cooperate. You're not gonna be a part of what they want you to do. They will stab you over some fucking hot water. You know, I mean, I just want you guys to know that how serious prison can be, or jail, prison, depending on where you're at, and how, you know, like I was watching one of the brothers' shows yesterday, not yesterday, a couple of days ago, that does prison talks as well. And right now, cell phones, I mean, back in the day they were extremely high, but cell phones in prison right now, in some prisons, a cell phone is $7,000 to $8,000 right now, and it's dudes that's in prison that's paying $7,000 to $8,000 for cell phones, depending on the scarcity. You know what I'm saying? If they everywhere, a motherfucker might pay, you know, $1,000. You ain't gonna pay no less than probably $1,000 for a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? And this is serious, you know what I'm saying? Because the cell phone now puts you into the world. You can be on social media. It's people in this chat right now that's in prison. Right now, it's people in this chat right now that are from prison talking to us, and they meeting people. They going on these dating sites and shit like that. They meeting girls. It's some girls that don't date nobody but dudes from prison. It's some dudes, and this is crazy. I'm telling y'all some real shit. There are dudes that don't date nothing but women from prison. This is serious. Some people, they have like control issues. They feel like they know where you're gonna be at. They ain't got to worry about you with no other dudes. They ain't got to worry about you with no other bitches. They very comfortable in that type of situation. And that's why, you know, CC's side of the story is very interesting to me, because it's different. And to hear her tell her stories, every time I listen to her stories, I get enlightened, and I get it's cool because it's unique, and it's really it's entertaining. It's entertainment to me. You know what I'm saying? It's entertainment to me. And some it's prison guards in here that know how much these motherfucking phones cost, because 9 times out of 10, if a motherfucker don't throw it over the fence or whatever the case may be, they gonna bring it in. And so if a motherfucker, you got to pay them, motherfucker ain't finna risk his job and shit like that for no bullshit. Now, there's some units in some places where you can go that they real cheap. You know what I'm saying? But I thought that was very interesting. What was cell phones during that time? Were they a thing in the jail that you was at? Just the jail, not the prison, in jail.
No, because we didn't have to do like phone time. You know what I'm saying? We had plenty of phones on the we had 8 phones on the unit. So when you come out, you get on the phone. You just get on the phone, get on the free phone.
Oh, it was free?
No, like get on the open phone. Like get your calling card, or your people put their money on their end, and you just call, or you get somebody to make a call for you. But I'm not aware of any cell phones that was in Allegheny County. If they had some,
yeah, I mean, but you know that's the thing. But people ain't just out there with, you know, they got cell. You not gonna know that. Motherfucker ain't gonna get on the phone to after count, and it's locked. Motherfuckers locked up, you know, locked down and shit.
I'm sorry.
Even in jail, you know, motherfucker, motherfucker ain't gonna be out with no phones. You ain't gonna see it.
It's like I don't know. Here's the thing: a lot of motherfuckers that go to jail, especially on like the E-pod or whatever, ain't nobody over there got no life, no shit like that. A lot of them, like I said, that was a program pod. Them bitches is going home. I was doing legal work. One of the ways I made money up in there is doing legal work, getting motherfuckers brought back before they judge, bringing them back on the pills, getting them up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Getting them into to Kentuck, the different little programs they wanted to be in. I'm a beast with the pen. You know, only person I couldn't get out was my own damn self. The judge was like, nah, man. But yeah, them people going home, laying there for a couple of months, a probation violation, dropping dirty. They in there for petty. On that pod, they were in there for petty shit. You know, nothing where you, oh shit, I'm in here. I need to get a cell phone so I can get a call out. Who the fuck they gonna call? They were sleeping on the bridges. Who they gonna call? You know?
Brother, I gotta read this. This is dope. Mario Robinson said, "Yo, Black, when you have a cell phone, you feel like a big boss for real, for real." Yeah, I mean, because you controlling somebody's life. When one of the homies find out you got a cell phone, they can get in contact with that girl. If you pass it to them, they can Kool-Aid a little bit. They can reestablish relationships. They can start getting money sent inside of anywhere that they at. Because they present through that phone. You know what I'm saying? When a motherfucker ain't present, out of sight, out of mind. You know what I'm saying? And when it's a cell phone in the car or a couple cell phones in the car, the homies that got control of them cell phones and shit like that, you can make a lot of shit happen. You can get a girl to come down there and bring some shit. You can get a girl to bring a friend, hook you up with a friend. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing I imagine with girls. You know what I'm saying? You can meet a dude through the phone and shit like that. Get a dude to come down there, start paying on your books, and you start lying to him and tell him, "Hey, I'm finna come home any given minute and shit like that. Can you send me some? You, even though you might got 10 years left, bitches do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Dudes do shit like that too. So I mean, we just in this.
I'd have been through it. I'd have been sending a motherfucker about $50,000. Motherfucker still ain't what? How long you got?
So I mean, it's just one of them things. But I mean, I definitely, and of course, what we was talking about it earlier, which is the drug trade. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can't get on no wall phone and talk about making no drop. Can't talk about getting none passed in or no deal. So there's people that do have phones and stuff in there because people's bringing drugs in. You know what I'm saying? It have to be some sort of communication. And nowadays, these letters and all that old talking in code and all that old bullshit, that's hard. That's harder than getting a cell phone. You know what I'm saying? That's harder than getting a cell phone.
Yeah, I can't speak about on the men part, but on the female part, them bitches won't think about no phone. Motherfuckers get on that phone, start like, hey, what are the crazy? When you in jail, you hear a lot of crazy shit. One of the craziest things I heard was I was getting ready to get on the phone. I heard a bitch say, "Do it again, grandma, I'm gonna punch you in the face." What? What the fuck grandma do? Well, I just stopped. I didn't even want to get on the phone no more. But it's like, how you come at your grandma like that?
I had a question. I had a question that because like in male prison, you see dudes on the phones trying to regulate on people and shit like that. Like, bitch, when I come home, I'm gonna fuck you up. Tell you a telephone gangster on the phone and all this. They going hard. You know what I'm saying? Hey, are women on the line with dudes pressing them, talking crazy to dudes in the female jail? Did you hear a lot of that?
Sometimes. Sometimes, a lot of the time. Here's the thing. I said this before. When a man come home from jail, 9 times out of 10, he has a woman out there that has been riding for him and that's gonna ride for him and that's gonna set up the home for him and take care of business. 9 times out of 10, when a female comes to jail, she don't have nobody riding for her but her parents or her grandparents. Men are gonna go on about their life. I see you when I see you. So you can't get on the phone and put your foot down and all that. Bitch, that means nothing. You know what I'm saying? You wasting your fucking breath. Now you call back with that same bullshit, I'm not gonna fucking answer. Women are gullible. Women are suckers. We're suckers. Here's the thing. Men dominate women. You know what I'm saying? A woman is always gonna follow up behind a man, so a man could get on the phone and he can set up shop and regulate from a fucking phone. A female, you are the follower to a man. Ain't no man gonna respect you and you going to fucking jail. He can't see you, he can't touch you, he gets nothing out the fucking deal. What do he get out the deal? You get on the phone talking crazy to him. He don't want to hear you talking crazy when you out in the world. So you get on the phone with him, you locked up, he out in the free world, you talking crazy to him. You're not hurting nobody but your fucking self. Then it comes to a point where you looking down on yourself because you got to take whatever he's giving you. You know what I'm saying? No. So you don't hear females on the phone talking shit to niggas. You hear them on the phone being whores to niggas. I can't wait to see you when I get home. And he laid up in the bed with another bitch. You know, he fucking a friend. He done ran off with a daughter and married a daughter, some shit like that. You know, and then she talking crazy to her mom or her sister or her auntie, a bitch that's riding for her hard. She's talking crazy to her, but she's submissive to this nigga on the line. It's a difference.
That's very, very interesting. What about the mother and the kid dynamic on the phone? When you hear that conversation, like the man, let me ask you this. This is a question I wanted. Is it a lot of men taking care of their kids while the mother in jail? Did you see a lot of that?
No.
Wow.
Kids are typically left with their grandparents or a friend of the family or a ward of the state. It's very few. I could count on one hand how many dads actually had their children, and that's only on like 2 fingers the whole time I was in jail, being honest with you. Another thing, a female talking to their kids on the phone, not happening for real. You know, I can't tell you how many dads done brought the kids up there to the jail to see the parents. Not gonna happen. Niggas don't come see bitches. You'll get a friend come see you before you get your man come see you. You know, so it's like, and a lot of these chicks, they are calling and say, well, how's my son doing? Or how's my daughter doing? Or whatever, but they're not even talking to the fucking kid, because that's time I tell you, your phone time is when the kid is in school or asleep or some shit like that. And you don't really want to talk to your fucking kid because you ain't see no motherfuckers when you was outside, or you can't talk to your kid and, you know, really, really be there for your kid like that because your kid can't send you no motherfucking money. So you on the phone begging. You begging so hard, you don't even get old phone time to ran out and you can't even talk to the kid for real. You know? A lot of these fucking people won't never talk to their kid because their kid is up in the system.
Wow. Well, CC, we done went over the time, but I really appreciate you. That's a real hard look, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to hope in your heart that, you know, when a woman goes down a rough path, you know, a father will step up and take care of his kids, but you know, that's just a look that that's something that most people, nobody talks about. And like when CC had said that about a woman don't never have nothing to come home to, but a man always got somebody making a home for him and stuff like that. And it's not the same for a woman. And that's why another question I had wanted to ask her. I was like, damn, well, maybe, you know, well, are there kids that they at home with their dad and not at home with you know, and they dad is holding it down. And she said she can count that on 2 fingers, the whole duration she's seen that in jail. And that's sad. That's sad. That's extremely sad. Look, CC, could you go ahead and give us your closing words? We got to get out of here, Queen.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in and, you know, chopping it up with us. I'll see you guys next week. New video dropping Tuesday, and y'all have a good night and, you know, have a dope rest of the week.
Cash in the bag, baby, I'm back. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad. With no cap, only got one. You better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad.